I tend to shorten my words and make them up on occasion. Every Sunday, we ask our students, what's a testimony from this past week? But one Sunday, without thinking, I said to everyone in the room, alrighty guys, let's get those testies. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles. Joining me back in the studio for round 2, Pastor Cole and Sha Rax. Welcome back, guys.
What up, man? We're here.
We will start this off with a story from Easton. Easton said, when I was in high school, our student pastor was giving a lesson, but started off with a game. He called my friend and I to go up front on the stage, and he held out 2 plastic bags of chocolate. After we grabbed them, he told us that we had to eat the chocolate as fast as we could, and one of us would win a prize. Our lesson that night was how sin sometimes looks appealing, but it hurts us in the long run. About 15 to 20 minutes into the lesson, my friend jumps out of his chair and runs to the bathroom. This is when our pastor says that sin is like the chocolate my friend ate.
They put laxatives in it.
If we would have examined it more closely and not rushed to eat, he would have noticed that it was not a regular chocolate bar like mine. It was a box full of chocolate laxatives.
Nah.
Bro,
that's not even a joke, though, because what if, like,
you just
8 people
poisoned-
had to go to the bathroom, now they're pooping in
you just
garbage
literally
cans.
poisoned that boy. Like,
Bro, so there was, like, this video went viral, and it was at a school, and this guy put, like, laxatives in, like, the lemonade or something like that, and literally there's kids crying all over the place, pooping in garbage cans in the halls and all that. I'm like, that's not a joke. You just ruined their lives.
bro, hold up.
At least it was just one kid.
The youth pastor
Did it for a
Moses
sermon
was giving a
illustration.
sermon illustration, and these were youth kids or friends
Youth
of
kids.
him. He literally
You
has
lost
a
his
charge.
job.
He literally, I don't even know what to say.
You're not a pastor, brother.
If I was that kid, I might have got a fat
Sierra
check from
says
that
we're now
Sierra.
releasing
I
a
would've.
straight to jail shirt. That
Straight
is a
to
great
jail
idea.
shirt.
Made me poop my intestines out.
By the way,
It's
Sierra is in the
crazy.
studio with us.
Sierra has the best comments.
Sierra does have some good comments.
Straight to jail shirt.
So everyone say hi to Sierra. Sierra's my wife. This is her second time ever in the studio live with us. We have a bunch of people here, actually. Probably
Say
like
what's
10
up,
people in the
Fergie.
studio just hanging out. And if you guys have stories, I say it all the time, but stories at ygcpodcast.com
Bed.
is where you can send those in. What'd you say?
Ben's posture right now is ridiculous.
Bro, when you're comfortable, you be looking crazy, but you just feel comfortable, though. It's just like, I'm just chilling.
This is from Ben J.
Ben.
During
Ben
a
G,
meeting
or-
for all the counselors at VBS, our senior pastor was explaining the structure for the groups. Every group would get 2 counselors, except for a couple of groups where the kids they needed a little bit more attention, and then that group would get 3 counselors. The problem was he kept using the term threesome for a group with 3 counselors.
Bro.
And he went on to give a 5-minute talk about how beneficial threesomes are and how much they've improved VBS.
Bro, what?
To directly quote our pastor, quote, usually twosomes will be fine, but sometimes we'll need a threesome, and that will be really good. It will allow us to share the gospel in ways we not normally possible.
Bro, first of all, I gotta say, has this man never heard these definitions outside of church?
Yo, this is why it's important that you're at least somewhat cultured if you're going to be like.
I mean, I wasn't
Speaking-
saved.
To people,
Sometimes I'm like kind of happy that I wasn't saved at 1 year
it
old.
like helps.
They need a
Yes,
class
because-
for homeschoolers. They need a class.
No, it's called
They
Youth
need
Group
a class
Chronicles.
for Christians.
Right, it's called Youth Group Chronicles. They need
This
a
is the
class.
class,
It's
bro.
like, let us. If you grew up in a church and you haven't been into public school recently, here's some words you should understand before you
go on a
enter
pulpit.
into modern society. Threesome does not mean 3 people
It means-
performing any task.
It's a specific
Just one task.
This is crazy. Threesome.
This was the same person that was talking about rubbing on each other like the popcorn.
Same pastor?
No, someone commented that.
Nah. There's 2
I'm
kernels.
just, we're Instagram live, guys. We've been doing this
We'd
every
have to
episode now.
release.
It's
We'd
like
have to release a retired shirt.
Three
Retire.
kernels.
Period. Retire.
that's actually that would be great.
Retire. Period.
This is an anonymous story. One time I took my youth group to a massive arcade and obstacle course. While we were there, one of my students defecated on the Zipline.
Bro, what? It's good.
Like, what? He has some laxatives too.
Yeah.
This is how they told me. Do you have an extra pair of undies? I kind of diarrheaed on the Zipline. Bro, there is no such thing as kinda diarrhea. I just
Kinda.
Did you or
Slipped.
Did you not?
Slipped a little bit. Thought it was a fart.
This man pooped his pants. He's
It's just like dripping.
It's just dripping. They thought birds were pooping on him. No, that was human poop. You got bad luck. You got some brown Duke stick.
Dude.
Oh,
Dude, I feel like when you sign up
the Forbidden
to
Chocolate River, that's nasty.
I feel like when you sign up to be a Zipline operator, that's not something you thought would be like
Dude,
part of the job.
I operated like a high ropes course. All of it, like all my brothers did for years at a camp, and that never happened.
No one pooped themselves in high rope.
Never. And there were people that would sit on the edge of the ledge for like 45 minutes contemplating if they wanted to go off, and you're not allowed to push them. And not even they got scared enough to do that. So that's crazy. Dang. Obviously pretty rare.
Man, poop.
Yeah, I was going to
say. It was a laxative kid.
It wasn't even regular dookie, though. It was diarrhea. What was you eating?
I don't know, man. If you've ever seen a kid when they get like any type of money from their parents and there's one person trying to like corral them all together, you will see the kid at concession getting like
everything.
Yeah, like last
he
week.
Probably had hot dogs.
Last week, this kid was like, "Yeah, my mom gave me money, and I think she expects me to spend all of it." And he just went and bought like a ton of Brisk lemonade. But I'm like, there's so many more effective ways to get a lot of Brisk lemonade other than the $5 bottle behind the concession stand. He spent all of his money on Brisk lemonade.
I remember my parents would give us, when we were younger, it was $5 because we lived at a camp. They would give us $5 for a week. So it was like $1 candy bar that you got a day. And then as we got older, it was like $10. I remember kids like cashing in $100 to spend at the snack bar for junk in like a 4 or 5 day period. I couldn't believe it. And they did. They were coming back with like 9 Mountain Dews back to their room. It was insane.
Sam also got emails from his parents. And that was his form of fun and communication.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fun to you.
Okay. This is homeschool life coming out right here. Didn't have a phone till I was older. So to communicate with friends, it was email on Saturday for 30 minutes. Sha's like jaw dropped right now.
I would have literally hated my life.
You know, it made you a better person.
And then
it did.
Our first social media platform that we got to be on was Google Plus.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Nah, this man was on what's it called?
Snap.
He was on the PSPs trying to get on the internet.
Yeah. 4 likes was it.
That's
so okay, he's not
ago.
here for this one, but Joey, a good friend of ours, was in this when we recorded last time. And I remember he would just get on Google Plus and debate people for hours. One dude, he would just sit there and like comment back and forth, and that's all he did.
To Google Plus is a long time ago.
I don't even think it exists anymore, right?
No, I just remember the dude who did Equals 3 used to be like Facebook, Twitter, something, Google Plus. That was like over a decade ago.
They just wonder why they got a spike of like kids in like northern Pennsylvania, and it was our homeschool group is what it was.
This man Sam was going on Cool Math and Fun Brain for fun.
Probably.
I'm not gonna lie.
Probably.
I was doing that in school too. I'm not even gonna lie.
What did you do?
In public school, I was playing Cool Math.
Lauren, you had Google Plus?
Nah, at 16.
In computer class.
We were probably friends.
Oh nah, you was one of those too.
Bro, I know grown people who play the one game from. They literally play Cool Math games right now.
Yo, John, did you have Google? Well, how old are you? Okay, so probably not. You didn't have Google Plus, did you? Yeah, you did.
Oh,
that is amazing. John's here tonight, and he was homeschooled and 7 years older than me, and he had Google Plus.
I just found out some people, like a lot of like Christians who grew up like saved their whole life, weren't allowed to like play Club Penguin and all that.
Actually, that was my favorite game. I loved Club Penguin.
You were allowed to play the ones that your parents didn't openly understand.
You weren't
allowed on We World.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
couldn't watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
No, there's wizards in the name.
We weren't allowed to watch Rugrats.
Actually, no, not allowed to watch Rugrats. SpongeBob
is crazy.
No, I ate SpongeBob up every morning.
I love SpongeBob.
We had a little TV. I used to eat me some Reese cups.
I know every episode of SpongeBob.
And now I'm just making up for lost time with The Office and other accompanying shows.
Office is pretty good.
Never
Office
watched
is pretty
The
great,
Office.
man. I love The Office.
We're in the middle of an episode right now.
I know. We're just talking about my childhood here.
I'm not missing The Office.
Yo,
The Office is
okay.
fire.
Remind me,
the
man.
Electricity.
I have to tell a story about the clown with Ryan at some point when it fits. We'll wait. Yeah, you guys. What's that?
It's got to hit right.
I'll get it right.
He's talking to his editor. Just edit this out.
Yeah, just edit this out. Does Club Penguin still exist?
Yes.
Probably.
I'm gonna hop
What
on.
were those pets?
They used to make
Webkins.
Oh, I remember Webkins.
What is
Webkins,
that?
bro.
That was, dude. This
They
is
had the
bringing me
W?
back.
A Club Penguin?
Bringing me
Bro,
back,
no.
dude.
Webkins, they had a W, and it was like this online like game and community
It was
thing.
similar to Club Penguin.
Yeah, but here's the thing: as they started making, and this is when I realized they started making scam Webkins, like at the
yep.
gas stations.
Yep.
So it looked like you're like, oh, there's the W for the low, for the cheap,
Bro, I ain't
the
gonna
little
lie.
Webkins W, and then you get back and it wouldn't work.
What about who knows about the Tamagotchis?
Nope.
The
No.
Tamagotchis, when you have this little thing,
I
and
know.
you plant an egg and then you
Nope.
grow it up.
Nope.
Nah, bro, I'm lost.
The
You
Tamagotchi,
lost
I
it.
had a
Little, like,
Tamagotchi
is it a
club.
thing like on a little like
The
game
keychain.
thing?
You got a, you
I
got
think
a
I
cool
saw that in an
keychain.
iCarly episode, but that's about it.
Tamagotchis were lit.
Bring back the 2000s. That was my childhood.
That's the
We're
comments
kinda in the
they know about the
2000s, but-
Tamagotchi.
All right, we will move on to some more stories here. This is from what?
Your comment. We're kind of in the 2000s. But
JL said, one time at my youth group, I had a junior high boy come up to me all flustered and asked to talk to me. He proceeded to tell me that he was snooping around on his mom's Facebook account
oh no.
and read her messages.
Oh no.
Oh,
In one of the
mommy.
messages, she was talking dirty to someone, and to this kid's surprise, she was sending this guy nudes. Then, out of nowhere, this kid proceeded to pull out his phone and try to show me said photos that he took screenshots of and sent to himself.
Wait, what?
His own mother.
Repeat that.
His own mother. What?
Repeat that. Wait, what?
This kid was snooping around on his mom's
His own
computer
mother, bro.
and like stumbled across her Facebook messages to
Bro.
like her boy toy. And
A boy toy.
That was you ad-libbing.
yeah, it was. That wasn't actually written in the. And she was sending nudes, and the kid found them, saved them, and then tried to show them to his youth pastor. Like, hey, I found these on my mom's computer.
And he tried to show him though. That's how youth kids are though.
Yeah, they're.
No, that is how they are.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't care.
What
they
is
have no
wrong
chill.
with it, bro?
They'll be like, yeah, that boy got exposed the other day.
Man
You want to
just
see
got
him? Like,
exposed
no.
to his mom.
No one wants to see.
Naked pictures.
Bro.
You just seen your mom's body naked. And you
That's
wanna,
like creep, but he kind of knew. Like he kind of knew what he was doing was probably going to lead him down a path. That
Maybe I don't
he didn't
know.
want to see.
For
I don't know.
goodness.
He may have just been. Maybe he was. Maybe he had 30 minutes on Saturday, and he wasn't supposed to be on the computer during the week. You know, and
She didn't get time to delete
Something
them.
personal, Sam.
She didn't get a chance to
Sam's
delete
bringing
it.
it back to his room. Maybe he only had 30 minutes, and he was.
snooping around.
Nah, bro. That's just. I think
That's
that's
what
like,
happens when you want to do some things you're not supposed to.
That's true.
Come here, Willie. Now you're grounded for a month.
I know he didn't tell his mom. That's too awkward of a conversation. I couldn't even imagine having that conversation.
Someone said that's the Bible app kid's mom.
Dude, chill.
That's crazy.
I'm not even gonna lie though. The creativity with the Bible app is pretty.
That was.
That
crazy.
It's got to be the
unique.
ultimate story. At
I
this
never
point.
saw that one, but that kid's flow is like.
Yo, if you go
impeccable.
to if you go to the Bible app, I'm not going to shout out the company, but if you go to a Bible app,
a Bible one,
yeah, go look around. They don't have that feature anymore.
is they heard the
Because
story?
of your
I
podcast.
don't, I'm not claiming it was because of us,
You
but
wanna hear something
Isaiah was doing a little research and found that that is no longer a thing. So
You want to hear
That's
something
wild.
even
shout
crazier?
out to-
You want to hear something wild? There's a kid. He's one of our youth leaders, and this was like the year before he became a youth leader. He's telling me how he used to like have conversation with this girl, and he's like being weird about how they had conversation. Like I'm like not understanding the platform that he's sharing on.
He's like, we were
and he's like,
texting.
we talked through Google Photos, so they would write on the photos like Snapchat.
Oh, my.
And they would share it to the same album. So that it would upload
That's
in the
actually-
album, and then he would review, and then he would send
See,
his
these kids
own.
find the craziest
They
ways
always
to talk
find a
to
He's
people.
like, my
loophole.
parents are strict, so we talked through Google Photos. I was like, he's like, yeah, her parents are strict. I'm like, bro, Google Photos.
You might as well just wait.
Google Photos. Wow,
Google
that's up there with Bible app. Yeah,
Google
it's similar.
Photos. The
That's
Bible
similar.
app is just like that one
That's
is crazy
next.
because like
That's
who's gonna
next.
look in the Bible app, bro?
Mom knew somehow. This is a
Holy
story from
Spirit.
Amy. Amy said, I'm the youth pastor's wife, and after our son was born, one of our students started telling people that he was the father.
Bro, that's a straight to jail shirt right there. Straight to jail.
As
Straight
our
to
son as our son got older, this boy would tell our son that he was his dad, And it even got to the point that our son would literally call him daddy.
Not
Not
daddy.
him playing into it.
Not
No,
daddy.
this is like a child. Like, probably like a 2-year-old.
Not daddy.
If I'm
It's a
the
baby.
youth pastor, I'm having a word
Oh.
right in the beginning. From the beginning of this is getting cut off.
Immediately.
Some youth kids like, yeah, I'm your son's dad.
And then they tell everyone in the church that?
Yeah,
It's like
and then
some
your
like
kid calls him
8th
daddy.
grader.
I'm spanking my kid. And I'm spanking my kid.
You're going to learn today.
And I might spank the youth kid, but that's a different.
Can't say that.
I might fight him. We might have to fight. I don't know how I would feel.
You call my son your dad. I mean, you call my kid your
No,
your
you.
son.
That's
Say
not
it
the
again, say it
problem.
again, say it.
The
Start
problem
over,
is
bro.
that
Start
I'm
over.
the father.
Sha.
I'm the
You
father.
call my kid your son.
That's not even like you're
That-
my son, bro. It's
Okay,
like,
there you go, there
it's
you
like
go.
I
Yeah.
slept
You're
with
there.
your wife. That's like what it's
Yeah,
like.
that's basically what
It's
saying.
not that you're my son. Like,
Yeah, you talk about you
it's a-
sleeping with my wife.
and then my kid
Gotta
like
die.
believe it, like just going along.
Someone said youth daddy. Yep.
Youth daddy.
Quite literally.
He was a daddy got her.
They call me youth daddy.
A few more stories here. This is from Nick. Nick said, I tend to shorten my words and make them up on occasion. Every Sunday, we ask our students, what's a testimony from this past week? But one Sunday, without thinking, I said to everyone in the room, alrighty, guys, let's get those testies.
I saw it coming. I saw it coming. When you said testimony, I saw it coming.
Testes
Let's get
is
those
wild.
testes. Nah.
Now you gonna see Pastor Cole on Thursday talking about. I
Nah,
got a
bro.
testy.
You would never
I got
see
a-
me say
I got a
testes
testy
from
for
the
y'all.
pulpit.
Nah.
Nah, bro.
Y'all ready for some testies?
No, bro. That'll get clipped.
This is
That'll
crazy.
get clipped.
He's
I'll get
gonna
a-
like,
I'll
hey,
get a-
yo, you cut that.
Pause on that.
Rewind it.
Pause on that.
That is, it does.
I'll get a
never mind.
demerit.
Never mind.
I'll get fired.
Never mind.
Wait
What'd you
till he
say?
does it.
Yeah, Ben would definitely say that.
Got some testes.
He's going to start saying it.
All right, y'all, we got some testies to show y'all today.
This is a story from Cameron. This is actually from Cameron White. We know who Cameron is, right?
Yeah, I know.
Right.
It came.
This is from our Ithaca campus.
I'm a little scared now.
Are you a little scared? It's
Like,
actually
I'm gonna
not.
know something.
It's not too bad. Not too bad. But he said one night at youth camp, the girl counselors and their students decided to prank the boys by toilet papering our cabin in the middle of the night. So to get back at them, we decided the very next night to go egg their cabins. As we were egging the girls' cabins, a group of us boys accidentally started egging the head pastor's cabin. So the pastor proceeded to walk out of his cabin in the middle of the night in his nightgown and in a complete gaze. And then one of the boys, still
nightgown.
thinking it was the girl's cabin, threw an egg, nailing him right between the eyes.
That's what he gets for wearing a gown to sleep. Head pastor wears a nightgown.
That man has to be
He
old.
came out with a nightgown.
I mean, this kid is from our Ithaca campus. So who is he talking about? That's what I want to know.
Hey, Pastor.
It wasn't Pastor.
Our
Who was
pastor
a youth
comes
pastor?
out in
I don't
the
think it was
night.
Pastor Dennis.
This must have not happened.
This
while
gonna
he came
be
to
at
our
our
church.
church.
He probably
Yeah.
just like a random youth
We
camp.
don't
or
really
something.
have youth
Bro,
camp.
what-
We
yeah,
have-
I was about to say.
We have
what-
retreat. We have
Yeah, we have
retreat.
retreat.
Yeah.
We have
And
retreat.
that did not
And they
have
get
a retreat.
crazy. They do get crazy sometimes.
I don't. We'll have to ask Pastor. That never happened. I would have heard about it. It must have been a random camp.
No, yeah. We would have laughed too.
This is a story from Brandon. He said, during our youth's summer camp, we had an associate pastor preach the final night. It just so happens that our AC broke and it was hot. We're in Florida. And during the message, he saw how sweaty he was getting. So someone threw him a rag to use. 15 minutes later, at the height of the message, some of the adult leaders saw the countenance on his face become horrified. It turns out that the rag was a very wet thong.
Bro. No. No. No, 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 no,
Man
no,
wiping his
no.
face with somebody's thong
No,
in the
no,
crowd.
no, no, no.
I have no
No,
idea.
bro.
Somebody,
No.
threw- somebody
wonder-
took their
I
tongue off
wonder-
and threw it up.
No, bro.
I wonder if it was like wadded up in a rag and they like tossed it.
No, bro.
And he was just, wiping
no,
his face.
no.
Nah. It was
I
one
bet
of them,
I bet it was on
one of
purpose.
them
I do think
girls
it
in the crowd loved him. It was like, here, take
No.
mine.
No. No. No, bro.
Jeez.
That doesn't even make sense.
She needs to
They
be,
did
she needs
say
to be back.
our pastor had been wiping his forehead and preached the entire message with one of our students used thongs. That is terrible.
It was a student?
Bro, like imagine he had one of them little things with spit right here and he was just
Keep wiping his lip with a thong.
Bro, like
With
what?
a used thong.
Ew.
That's a retirement moment.
A retirement moment.
When did he find out that it was a thong?
No.
It said
bro.
15 minutes later.
I need to see that reaction, bro.
How do you
Like,
not
how do
notice
you
it's a
react
thong?
to that?
How does it get into the person's hands and they hand it up to somebody?
Well, I mean, okay, that's pretty common.
Did
It's
they
like
throw
you
it
get
up?
a sweat rag when you're preaching to like wipe your forehead. I bet someone, like a kid, put it in the rag and like had someone run it up to him when he asked for it. You don't think so?
Inside the rag though?
You would have seen
From
it.
sweat.
He would have grabbed the rag and it fell out the rag. He's using it. And it was wet.
It was wet.
And it was wet.
Okay, I don't know if that's from his sweat.
Shorty, my sweating
Okay,
out.
okay,
This story.
okay.
All right, you know what? Who gave this in? Who said
This is from Brandon.
All right, Brandon. I need like some form of testimonial. I need some form of proof
Testy.
that this.
I need
that
your.
this
I need the
happened.
testy.
A testy, please.
We need a
Can we
quick
get a
testy
testy?
about this thong incident. I actually need to like know how this really transpired.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
So,
actually,
you
video
are
response,
welcome to
video
send
response.
in your clarification on that. Before we wrap up, we have a few more stories here. If you have stories you want to send in, guys, stories at ygcpodcast.com is where you can send them in. This is from Shelly. Right before
My
a
mom
youth group
was like-
all-nighter, I decided it would be a good idea to take our youth group to McDonald's. Some of them got in my car while they waited for me to finish some things, and the next morning I went to the grocery store with my pajamas and dark circles under my eyes because it was a lock-in, a messy bun, and mascara running. When I came out, I realized that the night before, the youth had written, "I sell drugs" on the back window of my car.
She looked the part, man.
That's literally it.
She looked the part. I sell
Hey.
drugs, looking busted.
You know, she pulled up to
though,
Walmart.
Would
Definitely
you
pulled up
walk
to
into girls? Would you walk into Walmart even on your most busted moment? Would you walk into Walmart with your mascara running?
After a lock-in, though?
I've never been a part of these lock-ins, but I'm just learning I don't want to be.
I mean, it's just an all-nighter. Pajamas.
Yeah, we're selling
No,
drugs.
it's never sounds like it's just an all-nighter, Sam.
Oh, yeah. Not on this
Sounds
podcast.
like it's a real problem.
It's a real
Sounds
problem.
like I'll
And
never do them
lock-ins.
in our youth ministry.
That's our
ever.
new... What'd you say?
Why is she so distraught after a one night with the youth? She's like, her life, it's over. She's turned to selling drugs.
Those stories are coming on the next podcast of what
This
happened
man
at the
Cole
lock-in
is
to cause
always
this.
trying to investigate the situation. He's like,
Someone said with the church logo on the van.
With
Oh,
the church logo, actually, the church logo on the van.
yeah, it had to be a weed logo.
Wesley Hill, I sell drugs.
This is from Ryan. He said, every year our youth group would take the seniors on a camping trip. Unfortunately, our youth associate booked us the most cramped campsite in the entire state. One night, while I was in the tent with the senior boys, the tent next to us was having more than an audible good time.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to keep from laughing, when it stopped, three of us started clapping for them.
Honestly, they embraced it.
Hey, where's Pastor Mike?
They embraced the moment.
He's clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
Where's Pastor Micah
I
when you need him?
can't. Someone help me.
He's clapping cheeks.
Wow. We need a new host.
We do.
We need a new host.
We do. We will do one or two more stories here.
Dang,
This
bro.
is from Luke. Luke said, I worked as a sound guy for a traveling worship team that would go to different youth camps throughout the summer. One definitely stands out as being the most memorable camp, though. It was the last night of a long week of high school camp, and the evening activity was a concert from a Christian rapper. The rapper started his set with an upbeat song that had everyone jumping around and having a good time. Then, as he was giving his testimony and taking a more emotional turn, we started hearing some commotion from the crowd. We quickly found out that a student had pooped his pants while jumping during the first few songs.
Oh my.
And the poop had been working down his
Leaked.
leg, and now it was on the floor where it had been smashed into the carpet of the sanctuary.
I know that thing stink.
Nah, bro.
Poop was then tracked through the entire sanctuary by the unsuspecting students who had it in their shoes after jumping on it.
That's a stinky business.
The worst part is that until they saw it, they didn't notice it because it smelled like poop in the crowd already. All the youth kids.
Can you imagine that happening in an uproar?
If that
We have
happened,
brand new carpet.
I don't know.
imagine
man.
just seeing a little turd.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Turd. The dismal thing.
What is it with poop? The poop and the sex is going crazy. These parties.
So that's what I mean. You tell one story, And then everyone, it like sparks a memory for everyone else.
Everyone's like,
poop,
yeah,
yeah.
I knew about poop. I got a poop story.
Hey, I got a couple poop stories.
Anyways,
Bro,
we're going to
Sha
wrap it
is
up
the-
right there before he dives into those. Thank you guys for listening to this podcast. You can find us on TikTok, on Instagram, and by the time this comes out, we're going to start a Twitter as well. So check that out if that's where you consume content. Follow us on YouTube where we're posting full video episodes there, which I think is probably the coolest form to watch this show. But the audio podcast, man, so in the month of July, we had 65,000 listens just to the audio podcast alone in the month of July. So you guys are absolutely killing it. It is a top 30 podcast on Spotify, a religious podcast on Spotify. So, man, we are climbing, and it's all because of you guys. So keep up the awesome work. Thank you for sharing the show. And yes, I do mean X. Is it X or 10? What did they change Twitter to? X?
Twitter X.
Twitter X. Okay. Yeah,
It's just X
we're
now.
starting on there. So check it out, guys. Thanks again for listening to this episode. Sha, Pastor Cole, a blast having you guys on. We'll see you guys next week.